Big thanks to Kamado Joe for sponsoring this episode.
Today I'm gonna be cooking this, and that's a steak with an identity crisis. But before we're gonna talk about that steak or gonna be cooking it, I want you to know about our website, pitmasterx.com. All of the recipes on the website are for free. You can go there, you can download the recipes, you can take them, you can make them your own. Just go there and explore thousands and thousands of good barbecue recipes. Check it out. A steak with an identity crisis, and of course I'm talking about the flat iron steak. Now, this is the typical steak you find in beef stews in the Netherlands. So why is it so good? It's so good because of the intermuscular fat. We got great examples here. Look at it. So much intermuscular fat. That means so much flavor. And these cuts are better than being in a stew. But I developed a method so we can cook them as a steak, but have them super tender at the same time. So let's get started. It all starts with a good steak rub, which consists of 1 part salt, 1 part onion powder, 1 part paprika powder, 1/4 part garlic powder, and 1/2 part ground pena pepper. Now mix it all up. There we go. This is ready. Put it in your shaker, and now back to the meat. Lay out that beautiful meat. Oh, just look at it. This is gonna be so tasty. Sprinkle on a heavy coat of that barbecue rub. Do the same on both sides. This is ready. Now it's time to fire up our Kamado Joe Kettle Joe. The KJ is up to temperature, and now we're gonna put the flat iron steaks on the grill. I'm gonna give them a beautiful, nice sear on the outside. We're not looking to cook them fully, we just need that sear. That caramelization is gonna give our steak flavor. I'm getting some beautiful color on these flat iron steaks, so they're about done on building up a crust. And now it's time to go to the next stage of the cook. And it involves this cast iron pan. So I cut off a slab of fat from some homemade bacon. That's gonna go at the bottom of this pan. And while the pan is heating up, this fat is gonna render down and create a beautiful layer of flavor. On top of that, I'm gonna put some red onion slices. Now this is gonna be a base protection for the meat from the fire. And of course, it's also gonna give us a lot of flavor. But just in case something burns on the bottom, it's gonna be the onion and not the meat. And since I was slicing bacon anyway, why not add some more bacon? Beautiful couple of slices, and this is homemade bacon. Now if you want to know how to do this, I got a special recipe for you. On top of that, another layer of onion, and now we are well protected. Of course, we gotta have some whiskey to go. And it just needs a little bit to steam and give a little bit of that oak barrel flavor. Time to put the meat in. Now look at that. This is gonna be a meatloaf from heaven. The onion and the bacon is gonna render down, and the meat's gonna slowly sink into the pan. Now I'm going to set the Kettle Joe to slow down a bit. We're set on grilling and there's too much air coming in through the bottom, so I'm gonna temper that down to around a finger and a half opening at the bottom. And at the top, and be careful now, this thing is hot. Just gonna close it up to about the second strike. And that temperature is going to come down to about a temperature of 140 degrees Celsius. We're running at 150, perfect, spot on. And we've been cooking for an hour and a half, and I want to check. Whoa, look at that. What I'm looking for is tenderness. I want it to be super soft and tender. And basically we have all these juices doing their work. Look at that. Beautiful flat iron steak sitting in the juice. So this might look really dark, but in reality I kept rotating all the edges. They're almost to the point where they fall apart. So my guess is they're around 92 to 94 degrees Celsius, but this one, for instance, is gonna tear apart when we put it on the board. Currently still too hot, but we're going to take the whole pan off because they're totally done. Like, this is the whole idea. You get a steak that's not really good enough to be a steak, like a chuck steak or like a flat iron steak, but they taste so good. And then you grill them like a steak, but cook them further until the point where you think like, dude, are you seriously 92, 94, 96? Because that's the range that I'm talking about. 92 is brisket level of temperature. And 96 is pulled beef. So this is like the range that you have. And then, you know, you've just gone a little further than you would normally do with a steak, but then it becomes so flavorful, so tender again. Let's give it a try. Food police, airplanes checking on us every time.
You want it first? Before I even taste it? Okay. Okay, but be gone now. Here, one for the road. Okay, now you gotta walk.
It's like when you put it in your mouth, at first you think like, wow, it's kind of like a beef stew. But then you get the barbecue flavors. And that's where the difference stands.
That is just like brisket. I can't believe that this is normally tough meat because it's absolutely amazing.
This is how you enjoy life. Take the time, put the grill on, start cooking, a little bit of charcoal, a little bit of flavor from the Pitmaster, and you're gonna be good. Because this is simple. Onion, bacon, beef. It's gonna be good. There you go. No bones, so the dog can eat it. And nobody's gonna get upset. Good.
Be gone. Be gone. This one is for me. Don't look so sad.
Maybe the trick's gonna work that we're gonna give her a whole piece. We have plenty. Take the whole thing. You give it to her. Maybe that's the problem. See?
Okay, be gone.
She doesn't like to take food from the alpha dog.
No. Okay, tell me about that. Or this, or doesn't matter.
Okay, we plated up this beautiful plate and like the sauce was in the pan. You see it bubbling while it's cooking.
Yeah.
And the juices become like, the level goes up. So the juices out of the fat out of the meat, they render down into the pan and everything's captured and it keeps everything nice and moist. And then you end up with a sauce.
And what's that on top?
Bacon and onion.
That's the bacon.
Yeah, and you get like this.
Yeah. Go.
Go. Bacon and onion.
Bacon and onion.
In beef fat.
In beef fat. Dip it in a little bit. Oh wow. No.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, I want it with a slice of that
That is ridiculous.
beef. That's really ridiculous.
And you taste a little bit of that whiskey
A little bit of everything.
and a little bit of, this is like a little bit of heaven.
That right there is ridiculous. That's totally gonna be on the menu of your future restaurant.
This is nice.
Yeah.
This is heaven.
This is heaven.
This is really good.
This is really
Like,
is there more?
comment down below if you're going to make this recipe for the weekend. Yeah, I do recommend putting in an extra layer of onion and an extra layer of bacon.
I think there's
So
more.
you have a little, yeah.
There you
It does-
go.
Oh, I get so distracted so easily. If you want to find out more about this recipe, go to our website, pitmasterx.com. We've written the whole thing down. You can do this yourself, and even better than that, you have to do this yourself. It's amazing.
Wow.
Everyone can afford this. You can do this. This is not expensive. This is cheap meat. This is flavorful, and of course I use wagyu, but you don't have to use wagyu. This is me being silly. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then leave us a big thumbs up and a comment down below. Big thank you to our patrons and our YouTube members. Hope to see you guys next time. Until then,
Eet smakelijk.
and keep on grilling.